Hello, everybody, and welcome to this presentation on a layered defense against ransomware. My name is Anthony Dutra, Technical Marketing Engineer here at HP.
And my name is Tejas Aram, and Technical Marketing Engineer at HP again.
Tejas, this, is just a typical environment that I think we see in basically all the data centers that we work with today. Your mission-critical applications being a large part of your network. You have a lot of remote employees, a lot of on-site employees, and then, of course, your core infrastructure and cloud technologies here at the end. Ransomware is probably in the news day after day, going after the most critical resources inside of our businesses, and that's the IT infrastructure in itself. So maybe we can kind of get a start off in terms of, I heard, something called lateral movement once ransomware actually starts infecting the system. Maybe we can start with a little bit about what let's actually go into what ransomware is first, and then we can go into how it sort of plays into those different domains.
Sure, Anthony. So ransomware is when a certain kind of malware gets into your systems or network, and then you cannot access those systems and networks because it might be stolen or it might get encrypted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So when they initially get in, right, they want to get into your systems, but I would imagine they want to move around. Remote employees are probably the number one sort of a look and attack there, would you imagine?
Yeah, definitely, Anthony. So during the lateral movement, what we see is one system gets affected and it spreads out through other systems, and before you know it, the entire network is affected. Let's take an example here. Let's take a remote employee which needs to access certain applications. Now, when during traditional VPN networks, if that system was able to get access to the VPN, you were able to access the entire network. Thus, the attack level was larger. But now, with SSE here, the user terminates to the SSE cloud. Further, you see that connection to connector is outbound only and no IPs are exposed. So, the user has access to only apps it is authorized to, not anything further. In that way, you can stop the lateral movement.
Wow, that's huge. And I think one way to even stop it is to just make sure it doesn't even happen in the first place. What sort of maybe prevention technologies are kind of out there?
Yeah. So let's take another example where a user is on site and the user clicks on a certain link, unsuspicious link, and then it triggers a ransomware payload. Now, what happens is the traffic is flowing from AP to gateway, and here is where the IDS IPS engine works. So the gateway syncs with the cloud and gets all the signatures back from it. Now, you could do a intrusion prevention or IPS where you can prevent the access of the system and prevent further damage. But you can also do IDS where you can do detect and then alert the system. Now, you can alert the system in two ways, in email or you can do webhook. Now, Anthony, how do we do data protection? How do we ensure that business continuity takes place?
Yeah, that's a really great question. Well, data protection really just comes down to protecting your core infrastructure, and for a lot of organizations, that's your virtual machines. And the best part about IDPS technologies, like you said, the one there, and it's alerts via webhook, is that we can actually send that alert to a data protection technology here and really make that informed decision as to when not to recover it to. So for those who don't know, a data protection technology basically will group together your critical infrastructure and replicate them and recover them to either a secondary site or back and forth to the public cloud. Now, technologies like HPE Zero software will be able to take the alert from Central itself, tag its checkpoint, and allow you to roll back almost like a DVR to a very granular point in time that is clean and you know that all of these virtual machines, thank you to that alert, is at a point in time that is going to get your business back up online and operational. So data protection is really the critical third layer within this full security suite that allows you to come back online when it matters most.
Wow, so we actually see the layered defense here. So with SSE, we have first layer of defense where we prevent the lateral movement.
Yep.
With IDS and IPS, you are either preventing the attacker from causing further damage, or with detection and alert, you are sending an alert to a data protection system. This is a second layer of defense.
Right.
Now, moving on to data protection system like HP Zerto, where we can replicate the data and then move back in time where the data was not affected, right?
Right, absolutely. To a clean state, again, through this cohesive and very simple to use workflow for true security and a layered defense approach. Thanks for watching. For more information, please visit our website.